Hi friends, it's good to see you again. Thank you so much for spending part of your day here with me. I very much appreciate it. For those of you that are brand new to my journey, welcome. My name is Michelle Davison. I am not a makeup artist. However, I am a stay-at-home wife, mother of 4, and makeup enthusiast. And today I have something pretty exciting to show you. I'm very, very excited. I'm very late to the game, but I'm excited. So last month I realized that part of my spending on makeup came from the excitement of things arriving at my house. I just like to open up new makeup and try out new makeup, and it's just very exciting for me. And so I was talking to Sean about ways I could maybe cut back on spending, and we determined that we're gonna try out Boxycharm Ipsy. I know. And it was the end of June when we had made this decision. It was like the last week of June. So they sent me the May Iconbox, and the June Boxycharm as well is on the way, or is supposed to be on the way, but it didn't come today. And I am way too excited to let this bad boy just sit and simmer. So I'm going to do a little bit of a unboxing first impressions. I have almost a full face of makeup coming in the Iconbox, but there are a couple things that I needed to pull from my collection, which it is what it is. But I'm very excited to unbox and show you guys what I got, because I know there's a few different versions of the box floating around, and a lot of people like to see what other people got. I know I do. So yes, it is July 3rd, and I am unboxing my May Iconbox. But I'm excited, and I hope you're excited to be along this journey with me. So Mr. Box is going to go down there, and I am going to pull things out. I just started looking at people's Boxycharm unboxings, Boxycharm, Iconbox unboxings, and I am a little bit obsessed. So I know you guys saw this way before I did, but I am excited, so I am going to open. So this was the box where Aaron Foster and Sarah Foster curated it. I have no idea who these people are, but Sister Act. They're actresses? This is the box that like broke the internet. So everybody was super, super excited about the Natasha Denona palette that came in here. I thought it was great that they made it accessible for more people that are just outpriced by the palette, because $69 for a nighttime palette is pretty steep. I am glad I did not get that palette though, because I don't like warm tones. So I feel like that palette is better served going to somebody else who appreciates and loves warm tones more than I. But I did get some things in here that I'm very, very excited about. So the first thing, I got the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer. I got the shade 140. And when I saw I got this, I was a little bit nervous that it was just me like wasteful, because I already have a concealer open, and I don't like to open more than one concealer at a time. Ooh, this looks like it's actually gonna be a really good shade for me though. Especially blindly getting shade matched online, that makes me nervous, but I've never tried anything for Makeup by Mario, and it appears to be a good shade, so I'm excited to try this out. I am gonna open it. I did decide that little tidbit, so I'm gonna try that out today. I got the Kosas Blushes Life in the shade Butterflies. And funny story, so that Say order that I placed a month or so ago that ended up being a total bust, the Kosas blush, I don't know if it was Butterflies, but this was actually the blush I intended to buy. I just got the brands mixed up and ended up purchasing the Say one in the shade Mia, and it ended up being an okay blush. It didn't change my life or anything, but it ended up being nice, and now I have the Kosas one to try too. So the universe ended up working out, but it was just kind of funny because I received it in the mail and I was like, this isn't what I thought it was. And then I realized, oh man, I ordered the wrong one. Like, oops, I guess I'm just gonna, this is how I open stuff, because I'm just not a graceful human being. So, I mean, here's what it is. Oh, this is like baby pink. It's like hot pink. So it's definitely not something I own. I do not own this blush, so I'm excited to try it out. It's gonna be an interesting shade on me. But yeah, this is definitely the packaging I was expecting when I unboxed the Say one. And then I have some stuff that I'm not going to be trying on today. So for example, this eye recovery cream for tired, overworked eyes. Revives, brightens, and hydrates. I need this. I need this so bad. As you guys can see, being a mother of 4 has not done great for my under eyes, but this is a skincare product. I'm not going to use this in my try on today. Same with this. I got the Grand Brow Enhancing Serum, and I have actually 4-month supply. Never used a brow enhancing serum. I've never done anything with my brows. I mean, I've got them plucked when I was like a teenager, but I didn't really need to. I don't really have big brows. So do we like this? What do we think about brow enhancing serums? Do we enjoy them? Do we not enjoy them? Would I like it? I don't know. I'm gonna look up reviews on that one, I think, because I'm unsure. I got the Beauty Stat Universal Triple Action Daily Peel. Use AM or PM, massage the pad into the clean, dry skin for 20 seconds. Improve the appearance of pores, lines, and wrinkles. I'm gonna try it. 10 treatments. Interesting. I'll try it. Again, not for the video, but you guys can see it. I don't like that you can like see the products hanging out there. Then I got the Patrick Ta. This is a it's the shade Fair 2. It's a compact. It's a foundation and translucent powder compact. I have never tried anything from Patrick Ta. I never really had the desire to either. People have not said great things about their palettes. Well, they say good things about the palettes, just they get moldy. So I've never really had the urge to pick up anything from him, but I'm glad to have it and have the opportunity to try it. Has a nice mirror. It feels really sturdy. So that's gonna be my foundation for today. And then I got the Vacation Chardonnay Oil Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Sunscreen Oil. I have never tried a sunscreen oil. In fact, I'm so bad, you guys. I usually don't wear sunscreen at all. I put it on my kids, but me, myself, I don't like the feeling of sunscreen on my body. I just like, it really just like gives me like the ick. So I found that the Kula spray I can stand the feeling of, but like lotions, So I'm interested to try this because it's an oil, it's not like a cream, but obviously not for the video. And then this is probably what I'm most excited about, honestly. I got the Pear Nova Eye Duo Shadow Sticks and Liners, and it is green and blue. People either love these or hate these. These are totally like my colors though, green and blue. So I'm really, really, really stinking excited to try this out, actually. Very, very excited. So those are the products I got in my May icon box. And largely I am pretty excited. There's no duplicates. I don't have like a massive makeup collection, so not getting any duplicates at all isn't like totally abnormal or weird for me. But there's things that I had my eye on, Kosas, that I'm excited to try. Patrick Ta, I'm interested by. This is not something I think I would have picked up if it wasn't for Boxycharm Itsy, so excited about that. And then the rest is like skincare, which isn't something I buy for myself because, I don't know, I really should. I don't prioritize skincare. I know that's so bad, but I just have a hard time with it. I don't know. So I'm impressed by the assortment as long as everything wears the way that I hope it does. I also have not looked up, I already got this open. How do I open it again? Did you guys see that? I literally did it once. Why can I not do it? Okay. Oh. Okay. I haven't looked up reviews on like any of this stuff besides the Pear Nova. I got really excited when I saw it as one of my options. So I'm using this tiny little mirror today. So this will be an interesting little, my face is like not even fitting all the way in the mirror. That's funny. But yeah. So that's how I know that people either love or hate the eyeshadow sticks, which makes sense because it's an eyeshadow stick. It's also green and blue, and I feel like it takes a pretty brave person to wear those kind of colors on an everyday basis. A lot of people just like neutral makeup, And if you don't like colors, color is very, very scary. So, like bright colors like that, you know. As long as, I hate creasing, so if it creases, that's going to be like a total deal breaker for me. And if there's no pigment, that's going to be a total deal breaker for me. Okay. I've never actually used a cream foundation, so I don't entirely know how this is supposed to work, but... Oh, I need to use my sunscreen. I'm using my Sun Bum little sample. When Sean was doing my makeup cabinet thing, he found this in one of my drawers, like buried. So I don't know how long... How do you open this? I don't know how long it's been in there. It's probably like a terrible, terrible day for me to use this now that I think about it, but... How do you open this? Well, Sun Bum, you might be saved another day unless I can figure out... Oh, okay, there we go. I am so bad, you guys. So when my kids come to me with like snacks and stuff, and they're like, Mom, can you open this? I'm like, oh my God. Oh, it just squirted me in the face. I am not an opener. Okay, right off the bat, I do not like this. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I am not using the rest of that. There's still enough for like another like 2 days or whatever, but I am not. This is what I was just talking about with I don't like the feeling of sunscreen on my face or body, and it gives me the ick. Yeah, this is like a wet, like moisturizing sunscreen, and it doesn't dry down, and it feels yucky, and this is not part of my Ipsy. This is like a sample I got. Oh my God, and it has a nasty like taste. Yeah, I don't like that. Sun Bum is not for me. Sun Bum is not my thing. And this is why I don't use sunscreen at all. Oh, it's wet. Do you guys see that? I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh my God, it's, whew. I just need to take a minute to reground myself after that, because that was very overstimulating. Okay. That was not what I expected. That was not what I wanted. Okay. All right, so back to Patrick Ta. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to use that when I'm trying out, like, all this new makeup, like, blindly, but I just dipped my sunscreen brush into my foundation. Okay, I could see it. It's getting on my face, and it's making a whole mess of everything, so... If anyone has tips on how you're supposed to apply a product of this type. Like, I'm not supposed to use my fingers, right? It's like a foundation. You're supposed to definitely, but it's making a whole mess. I definitely see it picking up on my skin though. So it's a really great shade for me. It's actually like a perfect shade. Perfect shade, but messy compact is what I'm noticing here. Now, I have to wonder, is it not drying down because of the sunscreen I just put on it? Probably. Okay, I think that's enough foundation. It's making a whole mess of things, you guys. Like, can you... That glare is going to kill you. Can you see that? That was just from, like, tap, tap, tap. Now, I know people talk about, like, natural bristle versus synthetic bristle brushes. I have no idea what this is. I know it's a cosmetics brush. I don't know what kind of bristles that has, but is this the wrong brush for a product like this? Okay, so I think that's enough with that brush. I've been using this one for highlighter, but I'm going to use this for my, there's a setting powder that comes with it. And it's definitely picking up. So I'm going to set, okay. All right, that came in clutch. Yes. I also have not been a powder person. So one of the things I was really hoping to get for my Boxycharm Ipsy journey is to curb spending, which I know seems kind of weird because you're getting more products than you're ever going to use month by month, and it is like guaranteed spend. But if I can only spend $30 a month rather than what I've been doing, then that ends up being a net win for me. Why is it doing that? Do you guys see the finishing powder now? It's like, it looks bronzy. Did I put bronzer on this brush yesterday? I don't remember. I mean, I guess it's okay because it's just a finishing powder, but that was weird. But the other thing was to try out stuff I never would have picked up otherwise. So, like, I'm not a powder person, but, like, the powder just saved my complexion today. I don't know how well it's going to come across on camera, but my face is not wet looking anymore. It looks dewy. It looks like I just put like a tinted moisturizer all over my face, which in a way I guess I kind of did because I put sunscreen and then I put the foundation. But yeah, I think that powder definitely came in clutch and saved the day a little bit. So nothing exciting here. I am using bronzers that I already owned. They're pretty new though. Here's the Say bronzer that I'm working on. You guys can see I've been working very, very hard, which I'm supposed to be panning my Lancome bronzer, and I've been doing not incredibly great at that. I'm using it, but I'm not using it as much as I feel like I ought to be, given my goal was to have it finished up by the end of summer. And I do have a trip out of state coming up where I'm not going to be bringing any makeup because I don't like to wear makeup on vacation or on trips. It's just an extra thing I have to worry about getting broken or worrying about. And when I'm on vacation with my children, I like to just be in the moment with my children and not worrying about my makeup. But I was watching Megan's video today. She posted a Shop My Stash project update, and she had stuff that she had the goal of panning in her everyday makeup drawer, and she actually pulled them out, and she is no longer working on them for the time being because she needs a break, and she just feels a little burnt out from them. And I found that very, very empowering, because it's easy when you have stuff in projects to be like, I don't care if I don't like it, I have to use it. I just want it out of my life. I want to work on other things. I don't want it to take up space anymore. I just want to use it up and be done with it. But that's not a healthy way to look at it. That's not positive. That's not going to make anybody happy. That's just doing. And makeup is a hobby for us here in this space, and it should be something we look forward to and something we enjoy doing, and not something that we're doing just because we feel like we have to. There's just too much other stuff in this world that we have to do that with already. Makeup doesn't need to be another one of those things. So, am I working on the product? Yes. Am I working on the product as seriously as I could be? No. One second. I'm very, very nervous when I hear loud noises because I never know who's doing what. But that was just books falling off a bookshelf. So. But yeah. So I felt empowered to try out the stuff because I have other bronzers that are better for this time of year. My Live Tinted one is, this color scares me a little bit. My Live Tinted one is deeper and it's new, so I want to use it. And my Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer, I just prefer over my Say one, and it's more of a summer shade. So I was hate panning my Say one so hard to try to get it out of my life as quickly as possible. I was neglecting the bronzers I actually liked. And while I still have every intention of using it up, I would rather use the products I want to use while I can. Because let's say, okay, I pan the two bronzers I'm working on over the summer, and now it's the dead of winter, and I have my summer bronzers left. And now I look very, very overly tanned for the time of year. And I'm like, you know, this would have looked a lot better over the summer. I just don't want that. So, oh, I forgot my concealer. I'm trying out the concealer today. So I guess I'm going to try this look. Somebody does blush first and then puts their concealer on top of it. What an interesting little, it's small. See how small that is? I've been using the Tarte Radiant Creamy. Interesting. So this one is more yellow toned. It's definitely warmer toned. That I'm a little bit nervous about. My Radiant Creamy is more peachy toned, peachy pink. But I like the applicator on this one. It's like smaller. I feel like it's easier to get more precise application with that because it's so small. Okay, that color ended up being okay. I was worried it was too yellow, but I think it blended out pretty good. Let's see. It definitely brightened. My under eye definitely looks brighter. But do you see? That looks like it should be yellow blended out. I am going to do something about this blush. Don't worry. Don't worry, friends. I am in love with my Charlotte Tilbury blush stick right now. Like, it was love at first sight. The problem is, I don't know if it's allowing me to give this Kosas blush like a fair shake because it's not that blush. It doesn't do what that blush does to my skin. But I need to look at the Kosas blush for what it is. It's not the Charlotte Tilbury blush. It's the Kosas blush. And it's a pretty color. This is definitely a very, very summer shade for me, which makes sense that it was in my Iconbox. It's very bright. I think I'm going to take whatever product's left and go over the nose and like right here. I saw Megan doing this and I was like, okay, I like the way that looks. Because when I tried to do it, I was going back into the compact and then going on my nose, and my nose was just like way, way too blushy. But I think taking the extra pigment and just sweeping it over definitely looks better. I like that. I think that's cute. Last thing for the base is my Tickle. This is not new. This is, well, it's new. I got it right after I panned Benefit Cookie, which was only back in like March, I want to say. So pretty new, but not Iconbox. But yeah, is that weird? Is that weird that I got my Iconbox but not my Boxycharm? I went to message customer service and they were like, which one do you want to track? But it was, so I guess I signed up on like the 22nd of June because it was like Boxycharm June 22nd, Boxycharm June 25th, Boxycharm 2/25th, and then Boxycharm July 1st. I was like, okay, July 1st is obviously the new one that I just chose my products for. But why is there 2 from the 25th and 1 from the 22nd? So that wasn't very user-friendly because it didn't show me what was supposed to be in each of the shipments, which I thought was kind of odd. All right, I'm going to use my Tarte Radiant Creamy Concealer for my eyeshadow base just because that's the one I always use. So I don't feel like it would be fair to try out eyeshadow sticks with a new eyeshadow base as well. I like the way that the new concealer applied. I just don't know how it works as an eyeshadow base. So if something funky happens, I want to be able to rule out the concealer and know that it's the eyeshadow sticks. I really enjoy watching what other people get in their Ipsy Boxycharms. It's fascinating to me what they choose for us. How do they make those choices? I know obviously some of it's really obvious, like if you like color, you're more likely to get like this kind of stuff. Whereas if you don't, you're more likely to get a beige, you know? But how do you decide? Oh, it's 2 different pencils. Okay, again, these are the Pear Nova Eye Duo Stick Shadows and Liners. These colors are fantastic. You cannot see. So this is the blue one. It's as azurite. It's a blue. Azurite, dark navy blue. And then this is Unakite. It's a forest green. So I think I'm gonna do one eye with each. That's how we do. Which side is the... Okay. This is the eyeshadow stick. Oh, it's like a beige. I think I see that. Oh. Okay, it's beige and green. So I'm going to just, I think I'm gonna do green on this eye, because why not? I'm gonna start by drawing out the shade, the shape. I will say that this like color is not exciting. It's, the application is very, very easy and very precise, and it does feel like it's gliding on very creamy. So yeah, the eyeshadow stick itself feels really nice. It applied really easy. I was very, very precise. Oh, my concealer is looking all kinds of crazy. I think I need to set it. All sorts of experimenting right now. That's what makes these kind of videos so fun, though. I really like going in blindly with stuff and figuring it out, because then once I have my real opinions on it, I look back and I'm like, oh girl, you were using it all wrong, or hey, look at you. But yeah, eyeshadow stick applied really easily, but I don't like the color. It's, oh, and there's like immediate creasing. Like, I have hooded eyes. Shoot. Immediate creasing, that's pretty bad. It's like immediate. That sucked. But the beige is just underwhelming. Like, I feel like there was a good opportunity for them to do something more exciting with the green, you know? Okay. Okay, this is the eyeliner side. And it's like a crayon as well. Very pointy. So let's see, I'm going to try to do a wing. I am not a pencil eyeliner person. I really suck at eyeliner in general, but pencil eyeliner in particular, I am not fantastic at. Okay, I must say, I have nothing but good things to say about the way that I applied the eyeliner. It felt incredibly easy to put on my eyelid. It glided on there really, really creamy. It was very precise, very easy to get the shape I wanted, very controllable. I didn't feel like it was like rocking in the little compartment. I felt like it glided on really easy. It's a very, very pretty green. It's very, very pretty. So if that wears well, I can see the liner being something I reach for. I don't think that beige shadow is ever going to be something I reach for, just because I don't like beige eyeshadow. But that's a me thing. That's not a that product thing. The creasing was immediate. But if it stops there and doesn't get any worse, I can see myself being able to live with it. Maybe what I'll do, I already know it creases, so I don't think it would be cheating to put some bronzer down just to try to like set that cream eyeshadow. Just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna go in the crease. The crease and on the lid, I think. I'm just gonna tap it. Okay. And again, the only reason I felt okay to do that was because I already knew that it was creasing. So that's not going to affect my review of the product at all. Cute. I'm going to try the blue one now on the other eye. I already forget which side is the liner and which side is the... Okay. So the blue one, oh, it has like a taupey silver crayon. I'm gonna try to get the same shape on the other side, but no, not only no promises, but almost a guarantee I'm not going to. I actually like that color a lot. It's pretty. It's like a cool, I mean, it is a cool tone. It's a cool toned. Interesting. So it's like warm tone. You get like one warm tone and one cool tone. Very interesting. And the liner is, it's that navy, the dark navy blue that I was expecting. I really like how pointy the tip is. Okay. I would assume it's going to apply just as nicely as so interesting. The shadow side applied better, but I want to say the green liner applied better. I wonder what it is. I'm not sure what that was. I'm gonna set my face and then I'm gonna take a closer look at everything. We're really getting to the end of its life. We really, really are. I would say probably tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be the end of its life. I need to apply. I always close my mirror prematurely. Why do I keep opening this like wrong? Oh. I keep realizing the way you're supposed to open that product. That's like the third time I was surprised by the way you're supposed to open it. Do some mascara. And then I'll give my first impressions thoughts. Obviously, I have like half the box I need to try out at a later point in time. But give it a fair shake, you know? Yeah, I don't like the sunscreen on my face. I've got to be honest. I don't know if it's the sunscreen that's like triggering me right now or if it's the foundation compact, and I should have known better than to try out a sunscreen with new products because now I genuinely don't know. So tomorrow when I do my makeup, if I put this back on my face again and I hate it, then I know it's this. But if I don't hate it, well, then it's the sunscreen I already knew I didn't like. But I'm going to have to try it out more to see if I like it. Does that make sense? So, yeah, that was not the right call on my part, but I just got so excited. I was like, oh, it's another product to try out. Well, we're trying out some new stuff, so why don't we try out all the new stuff? And this is why they say not to do that. Okay. I need a lipper. What kind of lipper do I want today? I can go with basically whatever I want. So why don't I use Pat McGrath? Woo. Nude Romantic 2. I just really, really love this packaging. It makes me so happy to look at. So this is my try on. Of my first ever Iconbox. I have never ever signed up for Ipsy or Boxycharm before. This is the first time. And of course, this is very early. This is the very first exposure or very first experience I have. But I have positive thoughts so far. So it's $32. I got to try 4 skincare items. I'm getting to try like 4 skincare items that I never would have purchased otherwise. I am trying a foundation I never would have otherwise tried, eyeshadow sticks I never would have otherwise tried, a blush that I don't think I would have gravitated towards that shade if it wasn't chosen for me, but it's fun, it's different. I'm glad to have it because it's a good season to have it. And concealer is another thing where concealer just doesn't excite me, but you always need it, right? So having a new formula and a new applicator to try that I don't think I would have ever forked out the money for otherwise, it's nice. So do I think everything's going to be a hit? Maybe not. Do I think some things will be a hit? I'm sure I'll have a couple things that stay in the collection, stay in my permanent collection. But I think for the experience and the joy and excitement of getting to try out this new stuff, I think that makes it worth it right now, regardless of how many of the things end up staying for the long haul. So without further ado, this is my final look for today. So I definitely like the cool side better than the warm side. That's just because I like cool tones better on myself than I like warm tones. The shadow, I tried to get the shapes the same, but it didn't work out, so we're just gonna ignore that. The green liner applied easier. It took less time for me to get the shape I wanted, and it glided on a little bit better. The reason it looks a little dull is because I ended up putting that bronzer on top of it and didn't go back into it to brighten up the color. I could, but I'm nervous it's gonna mess up the shape, and I wanna take a picture of it while I like the shape still. This side took longer and harder for me to get a shape I was satisfied with. I feel like the pen wasn't as creamy. It wasn't dragging as easily, but it's more pigmented for sure than the green. And I definitely like the way the eyeshadow stick went on. And I don't see as much creasing. I don't see any creasing on that side at all, actually, from the shadow stick portion. Whereas I got immediate creasing on this side. So, pros and cons to both. You guys know the drama with the foundation, so I'm not even gonna get into that. The blush is pretty. It's not... So I just got the Charlotte Tilbury blush sticks, and it was love at first sight. That is my favorite formula I've ever tried for a blush, and I really like the color on me. And this definitely is not that blush, so I feel like my lack of excitement isn't the product itself, but there's a product I like more. With that being said, I do think I'm going to continue to try it out pretty frequently over the summer because I see it being just a very fun, pretty pop of color that is very unique to my collection. So I don't have a decision yet on if I like it or not, but positive feelings right off the bat. The concealer ended up being a pretty good color. It did do a lot of brightening. I'll see how it wears throughout the day. I do like the applicator. It was a little bit stiffer than the one I've been using, but I feel like it's not going to be as messy. And from what I can tell, there is a stopper in it. Whereas Tarte Radiant Creamy, there is no stopper. So that's been a little bit of a... Oh. So again, I'm trying out the Vacation Chardonnay oil to see if I like the way it feels on my skin. I'll know within the first use or two if it's going to stick around for the long haul, but I'm excited to try it out. The Universal Triple Action Daily Peel from Beauty Stat. I don't know if I need what it advertises. Pores, lines, and wrinkles. I don't really have any of those type of products, any of those type of problems yet, but skin softness. I like soft skin, so can't hurt to try it out. This I don't know if I'm going to use at all. The Grand Brow Enhancing Serum. I don't do anything with my brows. I certainly want to be a brow girl, but I'm just simply not. And when it says fuller, bolder looking brows, I get nervous that I'm going to have like caterpillars on my face. And the prospect of that really terrifies me because I'm not going to be managing no caterpillars on my face. It's not happening. So I'm going to do some research and see if I even want to try this out, but right now I'm a little bit nervous about that. And then I have the Elemis Eye Recovery Cream for tired, overworked eyes, revives, brightens, and hydrates. This I'm excited about because as a mother of 4, I don't always sleep as much as I should. And if this can make my under eyes look happier, I will be very pleased with that. So I have some exciting goodies to try out, and I'm excited to have a Boxycharm membership now. This was my Iconbox from May, so I still have my Boxycharm from June that I'm expecting. I hope that comes because the stuff that they picked out for me that month, I'm actually very, very excited to try. And then I have my July Boxycharm, which I actually got to customize because I signed up so late in the month of June. I didn't get to make any choices for June, and I was a little bit surprised that they decided to send me both boxes, the Icon and the Boxycharm box, but I'm not mad about it. This was $65, I want to say, for all this, and just for the experience of getting to try it, I think it was worth it. So I know it was a little bit late. If you are still curious and stuck around for the video, I appreciate you spending some time with me and being a part of my makeup journey. I always love to see what everybody else got. So the people that got similar items as me, I'm going to be watching your videos now that I have my opinions forming, just to see if we have similar thoughts, similar preliminary thoughts. But I hope to do a check-in on these products once I decide if they're staying in the permanent collection or not. And again, thank you for spending part of your day here with me. I really appreciate you being a part of my journey, and I look forward to seeing all that you have to share as well. And as always, please feel empowered and encouraged to engage down in the doobly-doo and in DMs. My goal here is to build a community of makeup enthusiasts and lovers, and I like to engage in conversation around all things makeup. So please feel free to reach out. And with that, I will let you get back to your day, and I hope to catch you soon. Bye!